remember
10 to 16.
Yes.
Yes, sir. 10 to 16.
10 to 16, sir.
10 to 15th. Coming
10 to
week,
15.
Monday to Saturday.
Yes, sir. Sir, let's start the class. It's time
Good.
already 9:05.
So 130. So more than 50 are yet to join. Anyway, we'll start, no problem.
एग्जाम कितने नंबर का है?
Exam is 15 marks. And that breakup is given in your information booklet or what it may be. In the curriculum for first semester or second semester. It is continuous assessment of 15 marks. After that, there will be one middle of the semester examination mid-sem of 25 marks. And at the end of the semester, you will have that final exam of 60 marks. And all these components will be added over 100 marks. And different grades are there. So if it is 90 and above, it is excellent grade. If it is 80 and below 90, then it is grade A. Similarly, grade B, C, D, etc. And when your result table is prepared, they are corresponding to this grade, some score will be provided. Those scores will be added and some average you will get. So all these details that is under that academic section. Anyway, you can get all the information.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Regarding?
Sir, regarding exams, exams will be conducted in MCQ or questions type, sir? Passage type.
For my case, it will be a combination.
Okay, sir.
Descriptive as well as multiple choice.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Now, next
you,
thing, CA, it is continuous assessment. It means throughout the semester, you will be assessed. Your class performance, your class attendance, your understanding about the subject. It may be Viva, it may be MCQ, it may be written exam, what it may be. So it is a continuous process throughout the semester. But to do that thing, really it is very difficult. and a lot of time is required there. So normally it has been simplified in this manner. So that continuous assessment is the first test we conduct on 15 marks. It may be a Viva also, but in this online mode to conduct Viva one-to-one and individual, it will take maybe 3-4 continuous days to assess you. So one
Yes,
written
sir.
examination will be taken on 15 marks, and syllabus is whatever we are learning before that date of exam, it will be there. Next, 25 marks. Do you know what is the span of exam for this 25 marks mid-sem exam?
2 hours, I think.
Most likely it is 4 weeks later, 4 weeks after this CA. Okay, so
22nd, sir. 22nd February.
okay, so there you will have the syllabus, not excluding that CA1 syllabus. So whatever portion we will learn before mid-sem exam, including the syllabus for the first CA, it will be there. And at the end of the semester, March or April first week, I can't remember exactly. You might be knowing this
March
thing.
March 20, sir. 20 to 27.
So it will be on full syllabus. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Not excluding CA1 syllabus, not excluding mid-sem syllabus. It will be on full syllabus on 60 marks. And time duration will be accordingly. Normally, end semester exam 60 marks. It is on. It is for 2 hours. Mid semester it is proportionately less, but not less than 1 hour. So in that case, शुरू होते होते खत्म हो जाएगा. So in that case, it will be distributed. So and it will be communicated. Different teacher, they conduct in different manner. Some people prefer to take the test in the scheduled class time. That means if it is conducted tomorrow, then it will be from 10 to 10:45. But normally I prefer to take it in some off hour so that sending the question, receiving the question, किसी का mail खुल नहीं रहा है, किसी का काम नहीं कर रहा है. So you should get at least 10-15 minutes time to get those questions downloaded in your system. Then you answer. After preparing those answers, you have to make those pages scanned, preferably in black and white to reduce the space, and you send it to my office mail. Now all these other formalities regarding getting question, their answering, sending or submitting, all these things that I will send you before examination in detail. But before that, whatever you discuss in the class, please listen to it and do your own practice. Wherever you have some trouble, please note it down. Preferably, you prepare one PDF-like file so that your question is there, your confusion or doubt is there, and I download that PDF, your question file, and I can share that PDF in my system so that everybody can see, so that everybody can get benefit from your doubt. So if there are some identical or similar type of doubts for other students, they will get benefited directly from this. So naturally, those problems are also sorted. Okay. And regarding books, I don't have any reservation. Whoever may be the author, you get it, buy, borrow or क्या?
Okay, sir.
आप लोग जानते नहीं, हमारे जमाने में हम बोलते थे बाई बोरो और स्टील, तो हम स्टील तो नहीं करेंगे, STEAL, ठीक है. सो कॉपीराइट वायलेशन ना करके जस्ट डाउनलोड whatever material you get and share all these things in your batch. Batch means at least section H and I. Now I have shared a file. Is it visible there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's a blank page. Now,
Yes, sir.
Now what you see?
A block is on ground.
So normally,
block,
no, one thing before describing about this, whatever it is shown there, freehand sketching ability you must develop. maybe always the scale, the angle measuring device, etc., everything may not be available just beside your hand. So in that case, you have to draw it with freehand, and that freehand sketching practice is very important. And normally we represent this ground or support or whatever it may be. Suppose it may be a tabletop surface. So we draw a horizontal line. Now this horizontal line should look like a horizontal. It's not like that you draw some 15-degree line and you tell, sir, it is horizontal. So anyway, the freehand sketch line maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 degrees plus or minus, but at least it should look like this. And some small inclined lines, approximately 45 degrees, these are drawn to represent this surface. And we draw 3 lines in this way. One line is matching with this representative surface line here. And anything could be this sketch. But normally here we describe it as one block having some weight W resting on a surface. Then we remove that surface which is supporting this block and replace that support in terms of the reaction. Now, this is the given force, the self weight of the block, the corresponding replacement, whatever we are seeing from this free body diagram, the reaction force. There is only one reaction force and it must be equal and opposite to this acting force W. So it is very simple situation. Now this freehand sketch, etc., it must be, it needs little practice. Now the same thing, your freehand drawing may not be so accurate, etc. I don't need it. Simply you must try to reach at least up to this level. Okay, a square should look like a square, a rectangle should look like a rectangle. Maybe 90-degree freehand is not possible, but at least 85, 86, 87 to kar sakte ho. And whenever you are at home and appearing for online exams, all the facilities are there at your hand. And you can ask any household member there. So anyway, I'm not going to check it. Now, from this thing, the object resting on a surface, it may be a tabletop having some self weight W. We remove this surface. It is having the self weight and the reaction which must be along this line of action opposite to the direction of W and magnitude must be same. So which equation you can generate for equilibrium?
W is equal to N.
Equation of equilibrium is summation Fy is equal to 0. Algebraic summation of component of all forces in y direction.
Yes, sir.
Minus W plus capital N, that is equal to 0. And you simplify it. Obviously, it is a very simple equation, and further simplification will give you N is equal to W. Right? Next thing, this one. Now, before going to this thing, I'll talk this part little more. Now, it is obstructed from its downward movement, free downward movement, by providing one horizontal support there. Now, that is for vertical movement. Now, to restrict the horizontal movement, there is no such reaction, right? But is it moving horizontally?
No, sir.
No.
Why it is not moving?
There is no force.
There is no force acting on that.
Because there is no driving force to generate movement or to try to generate movement along this horizontal plane. Okay. Now, here, this is one inclined plane and some block is resting on that inclined plane. Now, is it sliding down? Is it possible for this block to slide down the plane automatically?
Yes, sir.
Depend on friction.
So depend on the type of
Right.
surface.
Depend on the friction. How much friction is there.
Friction is not given.
So somebody saying friction is there, it may not slide down. Okay, if friction is there, then we start with that horizontal position. This was the horizontal position. Now suppose that surface, it is possible for you to make it inclined, some hinge is there, you can rotate this plane and you start from 0° angle, that is the horizontal position of this plane, and gradually you lift it in this anti-clockwise direction, 5°, 10°, 15°, 25°. Now is it sliding for 5°? Suppose for the case whatever you are taking, for 5° it is not sliding down. For 10°, then also it is not sliding down. Maybe for 20-25°, it starts sliding down. But before that, when it is not sliding down, then what does it mean? That definitely there is some.
It is in equilibrium, then the equilibrium gets disturbed.
Definitely,
acting on it, sir.
definitely there is some resistance against this tendency of moving, sliding down.
Yes, sir.
Now, where from
Yes.
we get that resistance?
Frictions on the
Grossly, it is
surface.
friction. But definitely in your school physics book, you have learned so many detailed things about this friction. There is roughness, different kind of roughness. There are wedges. Those wedges are interlocked. When you apply some force to break those wedges, they break. Some welding type of things are there. Some locking, unlocking, and some return locking, etc. So many things. But for engineering application, we make some equivalent thing, some gross thing about this. That is, two mutually surfaces in contact, they provide some resistance in that contact phase, some resistance against its movement, real movement, or its tendency of movement. Now, when it is at 0° angle, it is not obviously not sliding down. When it is inclined, then what is the driving force to make it sliding down or to provide some effort to slide down, or the tendency of sliding down?
More than mg sin theta, sir.
Sine component of mg, sir.
Sine component of mg. This
mg
angle
sin
theta means mg sin theta is the downward component, and
yes, sir.
mg cos theta is the normal component.
mg cos theta is the normal component. But personally, I do not prefer representing these two forces, mg sin theta and mg cos theta, to represent the self weight. We should show the self weight in the form of a vertical downward line passing through the center of gravity of this block, and show that letter capital W to represent the force. And when we draw the free body diagram and write down those equations of equilibrium, when this is not moving obviously, and we write down those equations of equilibrium, then we write the component of the forces in suitable directions, not necessarily horizontal direction and the vertical direction combination of the rectangular Cartesian coordinate system. We can consider any two mutually perpendicular lines. Suppose one line is along this inclination. Suppose this is the tangential direction, and perpendicular to it, we represent a direction which is normal direction. And suppose this is small t indicating the axis, and this is small n indicating this axis. Then the components sigma fx0, sigma fy0, that you can form for this system for equilibrium. Similarly, you can find or write down the component of all forces in this direction, sigma ft is equal to 0 as well as sigma fn is equal to 0. Right? Now, once we have this thing, there you will find when you resolve all these forces along this tangential direction or inclination of the plane, then what about the contribution of this normal component n, that is the reaction which is perpendicular to this contact surface? This n is not vertical like the previous case. This n is perpendicular to this contact surface. Now, what about that contribution n along t direction and along n direction?
Friction force.
No contribution is there. Only about in direction full contribution is there.
this normal reaction multiplied by cosine 90 along this direction, that is 0. Any force cannot have any component in perpendicular direction. Okay. Now, only component of this normal reaction will be in normal direction. That is, capital N positive will be the component of this normal reaction at this contact surface. Now, other force acting is W, vertical downward. Now, what about the component in tangential direction?
D sin theta and frictions.
W sin theta.
W sin theta. And what about its direction?
Downward direction, sir.
Downward.
The downward direction,
And
negative.
friction in the opposite
And
direction.
what about the normal component of this W? W multiplied by cosine theta.
Yes.
And it is perpendicular to this contact surface. And for equilibrium, the sigma Fn is equal to 0 will give you W cosine theta minus N is equal to 0. And for sigma Ft is equal to 0, which forces are there? Capital N cannot have any contribution. Only the self weight W is the contribution W sin theta.
Equal to
But
F.
Only the W sin theta
only
and the
W
friction.
sin theta is equal to 0 cannot be there.
No, sir.
So definitely some opposite force is there. Now,
Friction.
what about the possibility of development of that opposing force? This is the only possible location, that is the contact surface, the mutual contact between the block and the supporting plane.
Yes, sir. Upside right.
That force or that resistance force is developed opposite to the actual contribution of W down the plane. So W sin theta minus some resistance, which we formally call it as friction force F. Okay. So W sin theta minus F is equal to 0. That is in equilibrium. Now, when it is horizontal, is there any F? Because there cannot be any component of W along horizontal direction. So 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Whenever there is any small angle, suppose 5 degree, then W sin 5 degree minus F, that is equal to 0. You make it 10 degree, but it is not sliding. So W sin theta, W sin 10 degree minus F, that is equal to 0. So every time we get the value of the friction resistance as W sin 5 degree, W sin 10 degree, W sin 15 degree till it starts sliding. But how that F values change?
So because that F depends on normal, the normal, that is why it is changing. And normal is equal to W cos theta.
Because it is not sliding down, so component of the driving force, rather the driving force, that is the component of the self weight, it should be balanced by the friction resistance. So to grow that friction resistance abruptly or not in some indefinite manner, the friction resistance will be developed. It will be developed of such magnitude which can resist sliding due to this driving force down the plane, that is W sin theta. So that force value and the corresponding resistance value, it depends. So you increase the driving force, you will get more resistance, further increase, you will get further increase in resistance. So can you remember that P versus F diagram? Most popularly, it was P versus F diagram for applied force and the friction resistance from your higher secondary physics.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
और देखने में कैसा है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
स्टार्टिंग में सर y का ग्राफ
थोड़ा ऊपर जाके फिर
के उसका
So पहले तो स्ट्रेट लाइन होता है, फिर
Ink is
पिंक
there and
टाइप
it
का
goes.
मतलब थोड़ा सा उठता है, पता नहीं
था, उसके बाद
कैसे
से जा रहा था.
फिर स्लाइड हो मतलब नीचे चला जाता है फिर.
हाँ.
यस सर. हाँ. King.
Yes.
Okay. So जब तक ये equilibrium में है, there is no movement. The applied driving force or combination of all such components of the forces which is the taken along the plane. So it gives us increase in friction value. It is in equilibrium, means P and F, they are same. It is increasing in this way. It needs some limiting situation, which is normally called the impending motion situation. and their impending motion situation, when it just crosses that limit, it starts sliding, and once it starts sliding, it will not stop continuing its movement. It will travel, and the friction resistance developed is reduced, or the force required to continue its movement will be less, and ultimately it will continue with that same constant force required to slide it continuously with that uniform value. Now in many books you will find this is not horizontal, this is some simplified or normalized manner, but they will find initially it is horizontal, then it is gradually dropping down to some value. But let us generalize in this form some equivalent system. So friction resistance and applied component of those applied forces down the plane or along the plane of movement, it is increasing in this way. It reaches that impending motion situation, that resistance drops down and continues with that constant value for the movement. So is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then we think about this.
Yes, sir.
We apply a horizontal force. So definitely, if it is there having some big weight W, and you are applying a very feeble push in this direction, maybe 0.1 Newton, 0.2 Newton, 2 Newton, 5 Newton, 10 Newton, and still it's not moving. But for equilibrium, the corresponding resistance developed here definitely of same magnitude as P, and it still continues to have that value increasing corresponding to the increasing force P. When it reaches that threshold or that limiting value or that impending motion situation, then suddenly it starts sliding along this horizontal plane towards right, and that friction resistance is reduced little bit, and it continues to maintain that same value, that reduced same value continuously till it is moving. But that movement part we are not talking about. We will consider only about that maximum friction resistance, what we can receive up to the impending motion situation. And the portion beside that, for continuation, it will be in dynamics. And definitely you can remember this diagram and its meaning.
FBD board, sir.
Reaction
FBD,
is
free
the
body
force
diagram.
offered by the ground.
Angle of repose, I think it is.
There will be two components of the reaction.
Exactly. This normal reaction and the friction resistance, those are combined to give you one combined reaction R. Its normal vertical component is the normal reaction, its horizontal component is the friction reaction, and this combination gives us some angle. Now what about that angle? What about tan phi? Is F divided by N, and that F divided by N, that tan phi, it has got some specific value for distinct surface combination. If it is wood resting on some wooden platform, if it is wooden block resting on some steel platform, if it is a plastic block resting on some steel flat plate, so for every such combination will give you a different value of this resistance F, and corresponding to that F divided by N, that tan phi value also changes, and this angle phi is called as
Angle of repose.
Angle of friction. And it is for the static situation, it is angle of static friction, and that tan phi is called the coefficient of static friction, represented by the letter mu. Mu with subscript S and mu with subscript K. Static coefficient of friction and kinetic coefficient of friction, or coefficient of static friction and coefficient of kinetic friction. Now, for this combination, before going to that, We'll talk about
Sir.
this. Now, this applied
Sir.
force P horizontally, क्या है बेटा?
Sir, in this image, sir, why line of action of W and N are different, sir?
वही बता रहा हूँ बेटा. When we are talking about equilibrium, not only force equilibrium, you have to consider about the moment equilibrium also. Now, force equilibrium, capital N minus capital W, that is 0. Whether it is acting along W or not, that is different story. But algebraic summation of component of all the forces along y direction, there you get N positive, W negative. Then for horizontal component of reaction, P positive, F negative, both horizontal. So P along positive x-axis, F along negative x-axis. So P minus F is equal to 0. But one problem is there. This P and F, they are not along the same line because it is not possible to shift that force to develop at some other location. This is the only possible place where you can develop the friction reaction. But you can shift the point of application of the force at any level. Now, when we apply the force at different position, not at this horizontal surface, so this P and F of same value, equal and opposite forces, this combination gives us some right, this clockwise couple. And that value of that moment of the couple that you can determine from P multiplied by this distance or F multiplied by this distance. Now to balance this clockwise couple, we need some anti-clockwise couple. Now this is the reason for which to develop that anti-clockwise couple, we need some shift of this N little towards right so that N and W, they are not along the same line of action and they are forming one anti-clockwise couple. So P multiplied by this distance is equal to W multiplied by this distance. Okay, so that's why this is required for equilibrium of forces and equilibrium for couples or moments. Okay. Next thing, when you combine this in this form, there you get this angle, and for different surface combination, you get different value of this phi or tan phi in terms of mu s, coefficient of static friction. Now here, if you are not consulting any book, you will be missing lot many things because in this 45-minute class and repeating and satisfying your doubts, your questions, answering all these things, it is really very difficult. But if you go through any book, in 2-3 minutes, you can scan all these things. Okay, so this is the final thing corresponding to this one when there is some driving force, etc. Now, not necessarily the force P will be horizontal. This is the simple situation. But if this P is inclined, in that case, you have to consider the component along vertical direction and along horizontal direction. So if P inclined at an angle theta, then P cosine theta is the horizontal driving force to cause friction. So in that case, P cos theta minus F is equal to 0. And what about that P sin theta, that vertical component? It will contribute to increase the value of N because sigma Fy0 will give you minus W minus P sin theta plus N, that is equal to 0. And in that case, N value will be more, and more N value will give you correspondingly dependent friction value. Now, you just tell me, normally from our previous ideas, etc., we know that friction force is tan phi multiplied by N or mu s multiplied by N. Now you just take, there is no P, only W and N is there. So you increase that self weight W1, W2, W3, etc. So naturally N will also increase, N1, N2, Nc all equal to W1, W2, W3 individually. Then what about this friction force? Will it
Zero.
It will be 0 because
Zero until
Zero,
P
sir, but
increase.
it will increase.
increasing in N, it normally not increase the friction resistance until and unless there is some driving force to create movement or cause movement. Only that part is required here. Now, for a big self weight and big N, in that case, if we apply some small force P, that same small resistance F will be developed there. So this maximum angle phi is not developed. Okay. So it is developed only when there is a tendency of movement, or that it's going to start its movement or impending motion. Okay, so these basic things we must learn and understand, and this part for different surface combination we get different value and different magnitude of drop down, etc. So if those are perfectly smooth surfaces, very hard steel on steel, there will be friction will be almost negligible. It starts moving just by a simple.
Sir, what is in the graph?
क्या है ग्राफ में?
Sir, what is that P? P means this P.
P is the driving force. F is the reaction developed. This P, this F. Okay. As you apply more force, more friction will be developed. So you get one continuously increasing straight graph. If that coefficient of friction is fixed, otherwise it may be non-linear also. You increase the force, you get more resistance, or you decrease the force, you get more resistance. That is different story. But you start from the simple thing as if it is increasing continuously in the form of a straight line, a linear friction. Then when it reaches that threshold, that it suddenly starts moving, there the resistance drops down, and with that drop down resistance, naturally it will require less force to continue its sliding. It is there, that force kinetic. Any more question? Any more question regarding any previous topic, whatever you have discussed since beginning of your semester? Now, do you get any diagram here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is this? What does it represent?
A pole standing at
Inclined rod.
near the
A
inclined rod.
pole, inclined rod, it may be a simple household ladder without any stand. Simply it can rest on this vertical wall and this horizontal floor. Now, if there is no friction resistance, can it stand in this position with its self weight there somewhere acting at this middle?
No.
No,
So it will be sliding down.
No, sir.
Now, how to stop that sliding down? Sliding down as well as moving horizontally.
there is friction.
Friction, sir.
To apply friction. Now, घर में किसी को white wash करने देखा? वो ladder लेके आते हैं and they provide some friction. They add some friction. How?
सर वो रबर पैड
rubber.
के नीचे कुछ
Put some rubber और थोड़ा कपड़ा दे देते हैं इसके नीचे. Now, have you seen anything? Have you noticed that sometime they provide little water to make it little damp? That cloth there.
Yes, sir.
Now, have you ever tried just counting currency notes, counting currency notes with just putting your finger on your tongue? Of course, very bad habit. But normally in bank people, most of the people are not used that water sponge. They are simply okay. थोड़ा लगा लो tongue से and count the money. So everything, it gives some effect, and when you put the damp cloth, it increases that friction. But here in this friction chapter of engineering mechanics, we'll talk about dry friction. And what about the other name of the dry friction from your higher secondary syllabus? Definitely you can remember that. And that laws, etc.
Coulomb's law of dry
Exactly. Thank you, Beta. So it's Coulomb's friction or Coulomb's laws for dry friction, etc. Now, if we see Or if we think that there is some friction, this horizontal surface is rough and vertical wall is that also rough. Now, it is not sliding down, but from the position of not sliding down, you shift this end little bit, the bottom end towards right, away from the corner, then also it is not sliding down. You increase that movement, the position little further towards right, you make it almost horizontal with a very little angle. Then what happens?
It's
The
sliding
friction,
down.
the friction is not sufficient to provide that resistance enough to keep it in this position. So it will slide down rapidly and pushing this end towards right further and make it horizontal, lying simply on the floor. But till then, before that, this will remain in its equilibrium position. Now, what about the free body diagram of this ladder? To get the free body diagram, we need to remove these horizontal and vertical supports, and you need to replace those horizontal and vertical supports in the form of reaction. Now, when it is in equilibrium, definitely some friction resistance is there. The normal reaction and the friction resistance will be indicated there. Now, for this ladder, can anybody tell me what will be the direction for the normal reaction and the friction resistance direction?
Perpendicular to the surface is the normal, and along the
So perpendicular to the surface. So at this horizontal surface support, reaction will be vertical.
Yes, sir.
And here for this vertical support, it will be horizontal.
Horizontal.
Right? Then what about the friction resistance direction?
Along the line.
Here it will be horizontal, here it will be vertical.
Vertical.
Then the very important question, that is, what about the direction? Vertical downward or vertical upward? Horizontal towards right or horizontal?
Vertical
Upward, sir.
left side.
Upward and leftward.
Upward and left.
Upward and leftward. What is the logic behind that?
Slide
Possible
relative
motion
motion.
is to slide down and go right loose.
So it is not sliding. So there is no real movement, but friction resistance direction will be such that it can oppose that movement, or it will be opposite to the direction of the tendency of movement. So natural tendency of movement here will be towards right. So towards left will be the friction resistance, F horizontal. Here tendency will be moving downward. So the direction of the friction resistance here will be vertical. So FV and N horizontal and F horizontal and NV, those are the reactions, normal reactions and the friction resistance. Now you just give a little twist. So जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, कहानी में twist है. So instead of this normal usual ladder in our house, we do not think about this vertical wall. We think there is one plane, not vertical, and you place that ladder there. In that case, normal reaction will be perpendicular to that inclined surface, and friction resistance will be along this inclined plane opposite to the actual direction of movement or tendency of movement. Okay, so that thing is very important, not horizontal, not vertical. It is normal and tangential. Okay, now we think about the combination of the normal and friction, combination of normal and friction at this floor and at this vertical wall. Then this case will give you a combination, a reaction at a horizontal floor. So R floor, it is neither vertical nor horizontal, something in between. And here also neither horizontal nor vertical, something in between. So we can get that equilibrium in the form of some equivalent system of this ladder having three forces through its center of gravity. Some weight W is acting. We are not talking about that it is weightless. Some weight is there and acting through its, for this uniform ladder, through its midpoint. So W is here, and two other forces which are in the combination of normal and friction, that is the combined reaction. It is resistance, the reaction at floor it is inclined, and it is reaction at wall or wall. And what about the situation? This is in a plane, vertical plane. Three forces are acting: self weight W, combined reaction at floor or floor, combined reaction at wall, that is our wall. And what about the primary logic or primary norms or rules or laws, whatever you say? Condition of equilibrium of three forces in a plane?
0.
What
That
about-
force is 0.
They are concurrent, sir. They should be concurrent.
Exactly. I wanted to listen that only from you. They are concurrent. So this geometry is very important. So through this point, draw a line. Through this point, draw that line at that angle, and through this point, draw a line at that angle. What can be there? Now, for equilibrium, they must be concurrent. Now you tell me one thing. The wall is perfectly smooth. So what about this friction resistance F?
0.
0.
It is 0. Only this horizontal reaction
Zero,
is there.
sir. It's smooth and there will.
There is no friction resistance for perfectly smooth combination of this ladder and this vertical wall. Okay, maybe it is some stainless steel covering is there on this vertical wall. Now you tell me, can you draw the free body diagram of this ladder? Okay, I help you. The self weight W here. Here the reaction is only
Yes,
normal,
sir.
that is the horizontal. Okay, now they have this point of intersection, the vertical line through this midpoint, there is a half length distance, horizontal line through this end, we get a point of intersection. Then what about the situation of the third force, the reaction here? Definitely, if we join these 2 points and get a straight line, this point, the support on the horizontal floor, and this point, which is the point of intersection between the vertical line corresponding to
pass through that
self
point.
and this horizontal. So line joining these 2 points will give you the combined reaction at the floor, and geometrically you can find out the magnitude of the normal reaction and magnitude of the friction resistance. Okay, so even there is some sufficient friction resistance at the floor, even if you have this perfect smooth combination of the ladder and the vertical wall, there also you can find that this is in equilibrium. You are not in that position of that sliding ladder along the horizontal floor. Okay, so please go through this thing, and some special situation is here. The block was here resting on this inclined plane, but somehow the theta is so more that it has started sliding. So you need some opposite applied force to hold it in equilibrium. Now you put one rope, pass it over a smooth pulley. This inextensible string passing over a smooth pulley, there is no friction resistance developed, and the other end, the hanging end, you apply one block of self weight W. You attach it there. So this weight W is transmitted along this length. So the applied upward inclined force is W, and suppose it is under equilibrium. So that condition of equilibrium will give you sigma Ft is equal to 0. It gives driving force WB sin theta minus W and minus F when you are stopping that tendency of downward movement. Now you just tell me, if there is no W, it will automatically slide down. To stop it, you need some limiting value, that is the W minimum. Now you increase that force beyond this W minimum, then what will happen? Will it automatically start moving upward? No, the tendency of movement along up the plane will give you the opposite direction of the friction resistance. So natural tendency of movement in earlier case, it was downward, so friction resistance was upward. Now that tendency is stopped, and we are trying to input the upward movement tendency. So in that case, friction resistance will be inclined downward. So in that equation of equilibrium for sigma Ft is equal to 0, there you get direction of F is opposite. For the first case, it was upward. For the second case, when the tendency is upward, then the friction resistance will be downward. So you must be very careful to consider all these things, and indefinitely you can not increase the value of this hanging force or this block weight W there, because if it is quite high, then it will start making this block moving upward. Okay, so please go through all these things from any book and please try to solve it. And this is that equilibrium. WB the self weight. In the normal reaction, you are applying this force T1. When it is not so high, then there is a tendency of moving downward, so resistance mu n is opposite to that. Then for equilibrium of the hanging block, W minimum is the T1 when that is in the impending motion, and when it is more than that minimum force, that tension transferred through this rope, if it is so high, then it can cause that movement up the plane, then this will be the actual direction of the friction resistance. So many interesting problems you will find. So please, from this brief introduction and other things, so this is the corresponding equilibrium of that hanging block W, etc. And after that, we'll, those who are little interested, please go through this, which is called belt friction. On a drum, a belt is attached there. Here is the corresponding free body diagram for any small element which is in contact with the drum. Then this is the corresponding equation. Now please take a screenshot of this page very quickly. So this part is the application of that friction for
Sir,
belt
from
type.
starting that it is.
Then there is an application which is a square threaded screw jack. Okay, so these two engineering applications corresponding to, now this screw jack has so many applications. Definitely you have seen the defective truck roadside, which is lifting its
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and this is very fantastic application. Okay, some horizontal movement for this handle will give you the perpendicular movement, vertical movement of this platform. Okay, so so many other applications are also there, but at least in our syllabus we have this belt friction and screw. Okay, so this is that enlarged diagram, etc. So please go through all these things, and this is the equivalent friction situation. The horizontal force and the vertical weight are either opposing it sliding down or it is helping to move it sliding down, etc. So please do this thing. Okay.
Yes,
Until
sir.
then,
We have another class at 10.
Okay. Now one important announcement. Most likely tomorrow at 10 AM I will be busy with some other important job better. So I will compensate it to some other class. But if you do not get any meeting schedule information from me, so you just get confirmed that I am not able to. Yes.
Have you taken the attendance?
Yes, I have taken it.
Okay.
So now one thing. So if before tomorrow morning 10 AM you are not getting any information from me regarding that meeting schedule, just get it confirmed that I'm not able to join tomorrow's class. Okay. So definitely I will compensate it. Okay then. Till then, stay home, stay